Okay, Rekha ma'am, we can start. Huh?
Okay, sir. So today I will discuss the unsupervised learning approach, and it's very difficult to complete all the approaches. I will just discuss one approach. Then what is unsupervised learning? How it is implemented in a data set? I just show you fundamental thing, and if you want deep, then uh, you can contact later. So let's discuss. I'm sharing the screen. And so our plan was this one, agenda was this one, and I already explained you. I have already given some assignment, also discussed those things, and already I have completed this much. Today we'll discuss this one on supervised machine learning approach and clustering. Only one approach I will discuss, that is clustering. Then next we'll go for the neural network, which is the fundamental of deep learning. Okay. If time permit, we'll go for the explanation AI, and I'll give the mini project to do, like the assignment I have given. So what is unsupervised learning? Is a type of machine learning approach. We have the algorithm which explore the on-level data. On-level data in the sense that is, as I explained you previously, there is no target value. So according to features, you will discuss the will uh, according to features is similarity between the features of the instances. We will group the instances. We'll group the instances according to its features value. Okay. If the features value very close, very similar, then they are belongs to one group. Which features are very different, more different from other features value, that will be different cluster. So moreover, here we explore the characteristics of the features and similar group of item, hidden structure and relationship between the instances, and the pattern trend, all this. Okay, so like you have given some pictures. You will say, by analyzing the pictures, you will and the pictures contains some cat, dogs, and the mammals. And what you will do, you find out, the machine will find the characteristic of one group, another group, and a characteristic of another group. So it will do three groups. According to its similarity, it will make the three cluster. The machine don't know that this is cat, this is dog, not level it. It is not level. When a figure is given, instance is given, that level is cat. This is instance is given, the level is dog. Another instance is given, the level is mammals. All this is not described there. Only the features is given, level is not given, and you will observe the similarity between the features and group them. If they are more similar, they belongs to one group. If they are higher dissimilarity, then we will make it different groups. That is the concept of the unsupervised learning. So you see this in this example, you have pictures. These are dog and cat. Nothing is, it is on level data. Nowhere information is given that these two are the cat and these two are the dog. Here what happened, this image is analyzed. How is eye looks, how his ear is look, what is the color of all the body. All this is analyzed, what is the shape of the pictures. From that, we find out that these two are of one group and these two are of one group. Okay, so you will make a algorithm, the unsupervised learning algorithm, which analyze this data and find out that this is of group this one and this is of group one. Now, when a new instance will come, it will find that it belongs to this group or this group. Okay, so moreover, it is the clustering problem. So, generally, in using this unsupervised machine learning algorithm, you can cluster. That means you can group it. And another you can do here is the dimension reduction you can do. Another is the association rule you can find. Okay, so this thing can possible by unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Okay, this unsupervised learning approach can be applied customer segmentation in the marketing. That means similar type of customer, what they are buying generally, how many customer is coming here and what they are buying, we product. Okay, they are this is possible to analyze this one so that we can the market can keep those product who, according to its demand of the customer. Then the fraud detection, anomaly detection, recommendation system, document and the text organization, data compression and visualization. This can be possible using the unsupervised learning approach. So in the unsupervised learning, one of the thing is you are doing that is clustering, that is the grouping of similarity data are grouped. Okay, and like suppose you have given the information instances of customer, that age, income, spending, score. Okay, you by analyzing the features you will find that how much income, if it is high income, and so go to group, you will find one group that high income, high spending customer. Another group you will find the low income, low spending customer. Another you will find the group young customer with moderate spending. Okay, so in this way you will group this how you in the market you will the mall analyze all the customers and what is the age, income and spending core. According to they will make the group. They find that high income people spending high amount of money for buying in the market, low income group low spending. Another group we find that the young customer, moderate spending group. Okay, so this is your clustering tags. There is so many different type of clustering algorithm is machine learning algorithm is there. These are all unsupervised learning approaches. No level is given here. For this, the level is not required for this algorithm. Okay, this is these five are only for the clustering. Okay, K-mean clustering, hierarchical clustering, DB scan clustering, means shaped Gaussian mixture model. So these are very commonly used. We will discuss very simple one, that is the K-mean clustering. Other, if you want, we will go later. Now we only discuss the K-mean clustering. Okay. So what is the K-mean clustering? You will do the K. What is the meaning of K here? How many group we want to do? This is a very simple approach, very simple approach. Here you initially fix the parameter, how much group you want to do. So K is a parameter you need to consider yourself. It must be initialized. You want to do 2 group, 3 group, 4 group. You have to first find out. Okay. So it's a very difficult task. What value case should be taken? Still in validation case, you may consider validation data set and correspondingly you can choose the K value. So initially, after choosing the K value, you will randomly take K centroid value from the data set. Whatever data is given to you on level data, among them K instances is taken as the centroids. Then each data point K must be less than equal to number of instances, okay, given in the data set. So assign each data point to the nearest centroid. That means you will choose a instance and find the distance between the all the instances from the that centroids. That means for each instance you have to derive the K distance. Among them, which is the very nearer to which center? Among the K centroid, the instance is nearer to which centroid? You will keep that instance belongs to that center. Okay. Then you will do for all the instances. Then accordingly, again, you will find the centroid by taking the average value. Okay. 3 and 4 will repeat it. So until centroid is not changed, constant centered you find repeatedly. Finally, you will give the cluster. That means the instances of which cluster. You will make the K cluster and one instance belongs to which cluster you have to find out or for all instances and give us your output. Okay, this is your K min clustering. So here you need to, how you find the distance from the center. You can use this method within cluster sum of square approach, that is minimizations of this one. That is all data and its corresponding mean value of the cluster and take here square and find. So K is here, K is number of cluster, Ci is cluster I, then centroid of cluster, mu is centroid of cluster. Okay. So what happened for all instance, you will find the distance, Euclidean distance, you may think this one. Okay. See here the example. Here is 5 instances, okay, and math mark, science mark, and attendance. These 3 features value is given for a instance, for a student instance. So here you have 5 instances, then you have to do the cluster. Suppose you assume that you need to do 2 groups. One group you need to do 2 groups of these 5 students. Then how you will do this one? First you will according to K-mean clustering, you will choose 2 centroid first. Since you want to do the 2 group, then you need to find 2 centroid. What is the centroid? Among these 5, you will choose any 2. So here it is chosen S1, that is 85, 80 and 90, one instance. Another instance is centroid, sorry, one centroid. Another centroid is considered as the 40, 45 and the 70. Okay, this 2 centroid is considered. Now you will find the distance from S1, Euclidean distance, you already know how to find. Then S1 from S1, this is the distance is 0. And the S1 from S2, how much the distance? S1 from S3, S1 from S4, and S1 for S5. Any doubt? Okay. Similarly, for the S3, you will consider distance from from S1, S3 distance from S1, but S3 from S2, S3 from S3, that is 0, and S3 from S4, then S5. Among these, you find out the distance of all instances from S1, also from the S3. Among them, you find that S1, S2, S5 are nearer to S1. Distance is less where distance you have find. And S3, from S3, you find that S4 is minimum distance. If you consider S4 for distance from S1, it is higher than distance from S3 to S4. So, since it is less distance, so it belongs to cluster 2. So, like this, you make it two group. One is S1, S2, S5, S3, S4. Then you again consider the centroid, so that according to this value. Okay. So here S1 is your 85, 80, 95, and S2 is your 88, 85, 92, and S5 is your 70, 75, 88. What happen? You will take the average of 85, 80, 70, and that will be your math marks for the centroid. Centroid S1 will change as this average. Let's see here. The center, new center is considered. New center, how initial center is randomly considered, and the new center is considered how you will take the average value here. S1, S2, S5 average value is here given. 85, 88 plus 70 divided by 3. Then your 80 plus 85, 7 plus 75 divided by 3, 88. So new for the S1 center, it is changed to what? 81, 80, 91.67. So the centered value change. Again, for the centered 2, here we have the two instances belong to center, a cluster 2, S3, S4. So we will consider these two. That is, then we take the average value, 40 plus 42 divided by 2, 45 plus 48 divided by 2, 70 plus 72 divided by 2. So here you have the two new center. When a new instance will come, then it belongs to which group we can find. Now, from these two centered, we can interpret this one, that cluster 1 good performing student with high attendance. See here, 81, 80, 88. These are the good performance of a student. Okay, attendance is 9.67, so high attendance. And cluster 2 is here. This one is here. May need additional academic support. Since this value is very less, here is for the cluster 2, we S3, S4 belongs to cluster 2, and its value is centered value is very less. Okay, comparative to cluster 1. Cluster 1, 81. This one is 41. So it's very less. So you will think that here student get very less mark, math and science, attendance is also poor. That's why they need to additional academic support. Okay, academic support needed. So in this way, you can find out it belongs to which group. Okay, you can do the group, and any new instance you can say it is belongs to which group. Okay. So generally, when you apply the unsupervised machine learning, like supervised machine learning, you need to measure the performance of the model. There is so many matrices is there to show the performance. Three of them is that most common are here. Okay, score, Davis index, and the Kalinske index. If the score is higher, it is better. David index is lower, it is also better. And Kalinske index is higher, is better. So these measurement you need to do. There is formula, some mathematical formula is there. You will use to calculate those one. Otherwise, as, as I explained you previously, how to measure the performance for the using the confusion matrix, all that. Say this also can be used to measure the performance. Okay, here if the this Siloste score is higher, it is better, and David index is lower, it is better. Kalinske index is higher, it is better. Okay, so this about your unsupervised learning. According to our time limit, I have covered this much. Now I implement this k-mean clustering using the sklearn library uh, and find the centroid, so that you can find out what is his instance value. It what are the instances belongs to this group, and its centroid is this one, and this is another group whose center is this one, and it lies S3, S4. And after that, you can interpret according to marks and science marks attendance. You can interpret what is this group student performance and what is the performance of these two students. Okay. So what is the mark? Accordingly, you can interpret it like here. Cluster 1, good performing student with high attendance. Cluster 2 is student who may need additional academic support. Okay. So in this way, you can measure the performance. So let us go to one data set, Kaggle data set for the clustering purpose.
मैम आपका वॉइस नहीं आ रहा।
एक मैम वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है। एक मैम यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल। लेट मी कॉल हर। Ma'am is joining again. In ma'am's the system that is showing that it is unmuted, and ma'am is not able to listen anything from our side. I just told her.
Okay. Now I am audible.
Yes, audible. You just share the screen again.
Okay, I am sharing the screen. Where you are unable to listen?
Hey, student, you can unmute. You just tell from where.
From where
You are not audible again.
you are unable to listen to this
आ
one?
रहे हैं मैम, आ रहे हैं मैम, आ रहे हैं।
Yes. So from which side slide you are not able to listen? You just tell to ma'am. Okay. So
Hello.
yes, you just check your chat box.
Okay.
When you open the Google Colab, after that only they are not going able to listen.
Uh, where is the S? When you open Google Colab. Okay. I'm going to Google Colab. This one is your Google Colab. Same way you will open your Google Colab. So I already give this example to you. This is the assignment we have to implement. Then I also given you this example, and this example find out this cluster. Okay, this centroid point. When a new instance will come, it belongs to which center you will find out. Again, according to the instances value, you see the value of here S1, S2 and S5. See, the score is very good comparative to group 2's cluster 2, that is 40 in mathematics, 42, 45, 48, 70, 72. So this is comparatively low from cluster S cluster 1, which belongs to S1, S2, S5. Now you can create a centroid for this cluster and this cluster. So new center will be, this one is randomly chosen. Okay. This is randomly chosen. But when you get the new cluster, you will take this one. This is the new two new cluster. And we find out here that by observing the features, good performing student with the high attendance is cluster 1. Cluster 2 is student may need additional academic support. Okay. So this example I also implemented in the Colab. See here, this is the data set. I have written data. Math is this, science is this, attendance is this, 3 column. Okay. Then I convert it into the data frame. Then I use class instance where I have write n cluster 2 since we want to do 2 cluster. Next, the cluster df cluster is equal to taken as k min. This k min dot fit predict df. Df, the data is here. Accordingly, cluster is made. Now, you have one cluster is this one, 0 is written, that is 3. The way we find here, but here we have used the mathematical way use also derived a print using the k-means dot cluster centers. This syntax you can use. Okay. K-mean here is the instance name you have created here. Okay. So in this way, you find out, you just match it with what we find here. Using here the formula, this formula we have used here, distance formula. Then we group this one. It belongs to which group? It belongs to which group? Then finalize again, take the average and find the same way. But here we have used the live. So let's see. Same way, I load this data, that is the mall customer.csv. Same way I discussed. You just, if you want, you can run this once. See here. I saw this supervised machine learning approach. That is your decision tree, logistic regression, linear regression, k-nearest neighbor, random forest. To load the file, so choose the file here. Here we need to wait for it. It depends on these two things. So here is your mall customers info data set. I just upload it from the ether. Oh. Okay. It's done because very less amount of data is there. So it's immediate how many Then what is the information? See the information about the data set. You find that the customer ID, gender, age, annual income, spending scope. Now you find when you see the data type, you find that the four are the integer data. Offset this one is your string data. Okay, you need to convert into numeric data. You can encode as I describe in case of the supervised learning technique, one hot encoder, level encoder or order encoder. Any encoder you can use. Here I have used the level encoder, that is sklearn dot pre-processing import level encoder. Then I read the character data string data. So what is the syntax here? Instance is created, level encoder dot feed transfer zend. Okay. So now if you see the information, it will convert it into level values. If you want, you can see here. Okay, I have run this one. You have to run this one. Then when you check this one, df.info, and run this one, you find that all are integer data. See here, gender become integer. Okay, next you want to do the cluster. First, you will create the instance as I explain here. This one. You have created instance. Okay, gaming instance. Here also I did the same. Here I want to do 3 cluster. Okay, so three is selected. Very important thing. How to select this one is a difficult task. Okay, so if you have knowledge about the data set, clearly you analyze, you can fix this value appropriate one. Okay, so otherwise you can use the validation data set and go on changing the cluster value. When you find that the error is very less, the way of measurement of the performance, where you find the performance is very good or best, in that number of cluster will be taken. Okay, so then we feed this data with the df, all the data set. Then you find which instances belongs to which. You have 3 cluster, and among these 3, which one belongs to which one cluster, you will find it. Then you can find the centroid, so that when a new cluster among 3 cluster. See here, after finding the cluster, cluster is saved as a column in the df data frame as a column. Okay, when you print this df, you find out here this your customer ID was already there, gender is already there, age is there, and then first instance belongs to 2 cluster, second instance will last is 1, some are 0 cluster. It is not showing here which are 0 cluster, but some, if since 200 data is there, it is not possible to show all one, but among them someone of 0 customer, 0 cluster, which is written inside it. Out of this, so you can write here also if you want to see if if here it is not possible to print, you can write the code so that you can find it the which one of zero cluster. Okay, how if for x in what no, this is k min, no, x in this one cluster, df cluster, isn't df cluster. No, syntax wrong. Cluster, or you can write here print df cluster unit. Okay, print df cluster unit. Cluster. Okay, if you run this one, it will show you summa 0. Okay, some wrong syntax is there. What is the error? You say, I have not run this one. Yes, this is not run. Key min is not defined. That means this is one is level encoder, then K min. And this one is run. Okay, see there. What is the error? You can find out from the Gemini. Analyzing it immediately, you can find out. So K-min is the, oh, this one is not import. K-min is not import, and previously whatever I imported, it is no, it is last. So you need to import again. Okay. So after inputting and running, you will get, and finally you will find the center. It is not given some zero value here, cluster 0. So here, let's see here, 2, 0, 1. 0 is not given here since it middle of this one. So it is not showing. 0 is, if you find the D cluster unique, you will find 0, 2, 0, 1. 2 are first, second 0, next one. Okay, then the performance. Let's see what is the performance of this grouping. So if you calculate the Silastic score, then you find that the score is 0.1687. As we learn here, if the score is higher, it is better. Here the score is only 0.16. The score must be +1. If it is +1, it is better, or it is very nearer to +1, it is better. It is very far from the +1. Generally, this score value lies between +1 to -1. It is better for the +1. If it is negative, then it is very bad clustering. Okay. So 0, it is not also good. It must be nearer to 1, or it is 1. Similarly, for here, you have 56.45. You see here, I have right here, higher is better. Higher means here you're nearer to 100, it is better. Okay, it is only 56%. Similarly, for this one, this matrix, you find 1.80 something. So what it is written, when it is better, higher is better, it is not higher. Okay, it must be 100% like that. It is only one, very less. So these are some mathematical ways there, how to calculate the score of grouping. What is the real grouping? how this unsupervised learning group is one, how much distance is one. Using this performance metric. Okay, with this I have completed the supervised learning approach implementation. That is too much high. Deep learning is also used to for the supervised learning, reinforcement learning, unsupervised learning. Okay, deep learning means also these three concepts: supervised, unsupervised, and the reinforcement. But the way of calculating is such a manner so that it can interpret high amount of data, and the performance generally very good, and it giving the guarantee that if you use that format, you definitely will get the solutions. That is, so many mathematical theorem is there derived by the scientists, that if they mathematical scientists, that if they follow this one, then you positively get a solutions for the this one. But here your score is very low, but there if you will follow high amount of data and train the model, you will get the better. Okay, with this I have concluded today class. Any doubt you can ask me. Any doubt? No doubt. Another thing, as I say you here, said you here, there is so many clustering algorithm is there. PCA, I think you know in your mathematics. Okay, in mathematics, engineering mathematics, you have learned principal component analysis. You are finding, you have data is in the matrix form, you have to find the independent attributes. Other attributes will be converted into they are depend upon other one attribute. So we can derive one attribute's value from other attributes value, like you learn in the basis of a matrix. This is the same way you will follow PCA. Okay, I discussed here how clusters on supervised learning approaches. One is here. You see here for dimension reduction also on supervised approach is used. Dimension reduction means you will eliminate some instances, or you will moreover you will eliminate some features, not instances. You can eliminate instances, but basically here our purpose is to eliminate some features. That means if some features depend upon other features, then you can derive that features value from other features. Like in case of the PCAU, principal component analysis in mathematics, you are learning, you have some base independent rows, columns are there. You can derive one column value from other columns value using the regression. Some constant is multiply with the columns, then add with another columns. Like this you are doing some operation and you can derive another features. Same way here, and this is like if we see it way. Association rules, learning rules means like decision tree. You need to find a if this that, you will combinedly find out, and what is the score you will find correspondingly. That is if then rule you are going to find out. Okay, so that is your association rule. And clustering, you are making the group. Here K-mean clustering is one approach. There is so many other approaches is there. This one, hierarchical clustering, DV scan clustering, mixed Gaussian mixture model. You can find out these are from your internet, and it is available. You can implement these things. A very simple, you can call this library is available a scale on these approaches, and you follow, you can implement with the same data set. Okay. So it's not too difficult. Any question, any doubt you can ask, otherwise we will close today.
Yes, you can unmute and you can ask your doubt. Because ma'am was mute for some time. If you have any doubt, definitely recording will be shared with you. But still, if you have any doubt, you can. Ma'am, what will cover tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will start the artificial neural network.
Okay. Okay, then if no questions is there, then I should stop here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.